Now there's this young girl and her name is Lanika. Lanika was 16 years old when she met her high school sweetheart, John. Lanika was extremely heavy in the church. One day in Sunday school, she prayed to God that he sent her a responsible, nice, loving man. A much better man than her father because he was abusive, mentally and physically, and she watched her own mother suffer. Now her father eventually died, but her mother never remarried because of the trauma that her father placed on her mother's life. So Nalika met John, who she later married because she feels like this is what she prayed for. Within 10 years of their marriage, John has lost his good government job. He started drinking heavy and started verbally abusing Nalika. And it was at that moment that she began to cry out to God, Lord, I'm trusting you to heal the man that you sent me. And she heard the voice of God saying, trust your faith in me. And Nalika know faith without work is dead. So Nalika suggested marriage counseling, and John agreed. So Nalika did her research on the internet and she found the perfect marriage counselor, the office of Dr. Jones, which they visit on a Wednesday night. Now, when they go to the counselor's office, they're greeted by the receptionist. They have to fill out an application and answer some additional questions. Now, John, he got a hangover from the other night because he was drinking so much liquor. So Nalika decided to fill out the information for him. With tears coming down her face because she's so hurt and embarrassed, the reception reassured to Nalika, it's okay. Mr. Jones, your counselor, he's going to help you both and give you the necessary tools that you need to fix your marriage. And then it was at that moment that Dr. Jones came into the lobby. The receptionist handed Dr. Jones the paperwork, and Dr. Jones told Nalika and her husband to follow him into his office. Now, these counseling sessions went on for 11 months, and they began to become a financial burden to Nalika because, mind you, John is still out of work. He wasn't working at all. And the counseling sessions, they wasn't working either. He continued to drink and still verbally abusive to her. Now, one day, Nalika came home with a very familiar face, very familiar to even John. John asks, what are you doing here? And the familiar face says to John, just to give you this, and handed John a folded piece of paper. When John unfolded the piece of paper, he noticed it was divorce papers. John was enraged and he begins to shout. He looked at Nalika and said to Lanika, you told me you prayed for me and the Lord sent me to you. So you telling me the Lord made a mistake? And at that moment, the craziest thing happened. Nalika started praising God and crying, saying over and over, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Hey, my name is Lonnie B, and I have a storytelling series that's called Street Tales 2 times a week in my membership club. It's called patreon.com/LonnieB's members only. Now, you might want to join so you can get all of the street tales narrated by me, Lonnie B. This is something that you don't want to miss. So join today. That again is www.patreon.com/LonnieB's members only. See you over there because the streets are talking.